Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And my question of today is, did you buy the dip? Just right here, yesterday, did you buy the dip? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you are enjoying these daily crypto videos, make sure you press the like button, and obviously, it will be a smart idea to subscribe to the channel. Now, I personally actually didn't buy this dip. And you might be wondering why, because I'm often called Mr. Dip, the dip buyer, whatever, pick something. They usually call me by that name because I like to buy dips. I didn't buy it because I was actually expecting us to fall down lower, and if we didn't, well, I actually picked up a good bag at about 77 cents of XRP. And only one of my trades I actually did buy at 65 cents exactly too, as I told you guys before, because, well, I planned that, right? Now, we only got to about 79 this morning, that level. I didn't really have to pick up any more because I just, like 5 days ago, bought a little bit lower than that. I mean, I only have a limited amount of money, and since I didn't actually sell everything at the top right here, well, I'll just wait for a lower point before I'm going to buy extra. Now, theoretically speaking, I can look at one of these points and decide to buy again, because you guys most likely know my buy strategy by now, but I didn't decide to do that. I decided to wait it off, and if we dip lower, I will buy more. If we go up from here, I'm just happy with whatever I hold. I told you guys before as well, I'm not putting all my money in any of these dips. I'm not, because I'm still hoping for a lower level to be hit so I can get myself some extra coins. And yes, guys, I'm extremely bullish on crypto longer term, so I'm really not that afraid of holding it for a very long time. Then, we saw some news on the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit earlier, some breaking news at that. It was really, really nice to see. Are these 73 SEC actions against crypto enough warning to Ripple about XRP? This specific little issue right here is actually quite important. Well, the SEC is alleging that Ripple had enough fair notice, right? And one of the points is that the SEC has already put up 73 cases against crypto, so that is that. And another part, of course, is that Ripple should have just known, generally speaking. Now, Ripple, of course, likes to state differently, saying, hey, you had 7-8 years to tell us we were doing something wrong, never did you do so. And that's basically the debacle, right? Right now, today, we got a really big blow we got a really not. The SEC got a really big blow against them because one of their main offenses was taken away. I mean, one of the main strategies to get Ripple to kind of kneel down on their knees, right? It was basically taken away. That was extremely, extremely bullish. Just wanted to quickly come back on that one again. I personally think whatever the SEC is putting up, it's not going to hold. Whatever they can say about this fair notice defense, they're not going to win it. It has two parts though. One is a strike, which basically is the SEC trying to strike that defense down. And the second one, of course, is Ripple actually winning on that defense. Them using the defense and winning the case or part of the case because of that defense. I personally think if they do, or if they get some sort of ruling on it, it would be extremely, extremely bullish for the entire crypto market, as every other crypto company can use it from this point forward. And every single crypto company will always mention Ripple in... Ow. I'm not sure. I think I got a splinter. That's annoying. Whatever. I'll fix that later. Every single company from here on forward will have to refer to Ripple in their lawsuit documents, and it will kind of be like the Ripple test, but then not verified. They will not call it the Ripple test, but it will always have to do with Ripple because of this fair notice, which I think is pretty damn funny. It will always be used as a, as a prior case, or as evidence, or whatever you want to say there. How do you know Bitcoin's run isn't over? That's one of the questions I see really, really often in the comment section. People just asking me, Dusty, but why are you so excited? Why don't you think that crypto is going to zero? Why don't you think the bull run is over? Because a lot of points are looking that way. I mean, for example, Bitcoin making lower lows right now, Bitcoin closing below the 21 EMA. A lot of things are looking negative. The reason I'm saying that it hasn't been, the end basically, or isn't over or anything like that, is because, well, a lot of other factors, which we've covered in the last couple of videos, even yesterday our Bitcoin only video covered it quite properly, are showing that there's another leg coming, another leg upwards, another big surge. And I've been reading so many different people's analysis here. There's so many things to draw right there. For example, we broke below our channel, as you can clearly see here. Right now, we are building back up inside of it, though. Maybe a little bit of a bear trap is what we saw in here. It is really, really difficult to say, guys. It is extremely difficult to say exactly what's going to happen from this point forward. Here's another one, for example, another Bitcoin analysis. This guy's expecting the downside to be hit, basically going back all the way towards the previous all-time high with a short open even, but we bounced back from this little level right here at about 34 or so thousand for Bitcoin, this little demand area. Then here's another Elliott wave theorist with an ABCDE. Let's quickly check how that one has been forming. Going sideways right now. He said, hi everyone, BTC/USD is forming a symmetrical triangle like most people are saying. As long as the price remains in this pattern and the breakout doesn't happen, we can't be sure whether Bitcoin is going up or down. If the price breaks this pattern downward, Bitcoin can fall to 25 or even 23K. On the other hand, if the upward breakout happens, the price can increase to $45,000 or even $49,000 per Bitcoin. And there are hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and stochastic indicators, which means that there are better chances for a bullish run rather than bearish movement. Traders, if you like this idea or have an opinion on it, write in the comment section, we will be glad. Let me know as well, right? If you like this, let me know in the comment section down below. I mean, I would say the only interesting part about all of this is that there's so many people who have pointed out some sort of triangles with, of course, the upside being quite close. There will always be two sides of the story, though. I mean, that's the difficult part with trading crypto. Dusty, why are you so sure it isn't over? I'm not. Am I sure it isn't over? Obviously not. Nobody can be. Am I, however, quote unquote, betting that it isn't over? Yes. I am putting my money on the fact that the bull run isn't over and we still have another leg to come. Am I 100% certain? No. Not a financial advisor, not a freaking future teller. I'm not a magician. I don't have a crystal ball. I mean, I have a crystal ball. I have two of them, but I'm not, I can't really see the future in those. They don't have that function yet, maybe in the future. So from that perspective, what can I say, right? I can only say that the way it's going right now, things are just building up slowly. Things are looking good. For example, a little bit of a hit here on the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level before now coming back up, building on this 61.8 and coming back into the channel, or basically the symmetrical triangle. There's so many things you can say here. Which one is valid though? Does it really matter? Yeah and no. I mean, no from the perspective that it doesn't really matter which one of these is right to make a profitable trade. You don't need any of these analysis to actually be profitable in trading. And right now, guys, for a couple more hours, there's a $2,600 bonus on Bybit and a 25 XRP bonus if you deposit 500 XRP and a chance to win the Legend Nano X. Today's the last day that you can enter. Actually, tomorrow's the last day. So make sure you enter right now if you want it. Link is down below. But yeah, there's actually none of this is what you need for it. And we also don't need a huge upward swing to actually make money on it. I've told you guys before, I personally think holding is one of the safest options. However, if you are involved with the price too much and you really want to know about it, well, then go learn how to trade. Go check it out and go get invested in it. Once more, I would recommend, personally, personal recommendation, not financial advice, to start really low with maybe like, for example, $100. Just trade with a couple to see how you like it, see how you're coping with it. And don't actually start with the big money until you know a little bit about what you're doing, right? That's just my personal thing. Do I do that? No. But is it smart to not put all your money at risk first? Obviously. But the thing is, with those type of things, you don't need to know where the market is going. If your stash is in US dollars or just euros or fiat, basically, it doesn't matter where the crypto prices are. What I do is I have 80%, this is a rough average. I have 80% of my money in crypto, 20% in trading stash. And trading stash means USDT, for example. And what I do with that USDT is I basically wait for good opportunities. And for example, from this point forward, I open a long position and wait for this area, right? So I can use this specific analysis. The other ones don't really matter though, right? Or I can do my own analysis and I can get a quick little wave. If we go down, however, I can actually capitalize on that movement too. And the thing is, I really hate selling my crypto to buy back cheaper. I despise that. It's one of the things I hate the most in crypto because I'm never certain enough to do it. I can't. So that's again why I said 2 stashes is my personal preference. 1 stash, just buy the crypto, leave. And I will use some money that I get every month, for example, to buy some additional crypto for the trade stash. The other, for the hold stash. The second part is just trading money, which I can use to get in and out of trades with, but it doesn't matter if the price goes up or down because I would just use that momentum basically. And that's again why it actually doesn't matter what all these guys are saying. Up or down, in the end, it doesn't really matter. It's what you're doing as of points like that. And that's why I, even though I'm not really a trading type of channel, I don't cover that stuff too often. I do think it's quite important if you want to make money wherever things go. As I've also told people in a Discord before, I don't really care about where crypto goes right now. I have a longer term vision. I don't care if we go down for another year or two even. I'm fine. I'm good. I would rather have a good opportunity to buy myself some extra crypto before we take off rather than going up all the way. Because, When Bitcoin was at its lowest point, basically for a very long time in 2020, I didn't capitalize fully on it. Why? Because, well, I witnessed one big bull run in 2017. I guess a little bit one prior in 2013, but I wasn't really too invested in it back then in terms of money, but also in terms of attention. And in 2020, I mean, even though I was convinced that crypto was going to go up because I held everything, most of my stuff, not everything, I wasn't in a position, I should say, to just keep adding to my stash, buy so much more, and you never really knew when the bottom was going to be in. However, with time, I changed my strategy from buying at the lowest possible point and waiting forever, just buying your way down to make sure you're always good and always comfortable. And ever since I did that, I'm really a lot more, how do you say it? Clear, level-headed, just comfortable with my position. And ever since I started using things like BITRUE a little bit more, a link for that is down below too, but you can check it out wherever you want. It's just a lot more comfortable to hold. I also use Binance Earn, just stuff that can get you a yield while you are basically waiting for the top to be hit. I don't care if I have to wait a little bit of time, and I personally think that's the best approach to have. If you're a guy who wants to sell all his crypto, buy back cheaper, that's completely fine with me, but I'm not that type of guy. I just think that's too much of a risk. And that's a little bit of a rant. Here's why Kevin O'Leary started investing in Bitcoin. Hedge. What else can I say? Do you really care about why you bought it? No, of course not. 1 billionaire, 10 billionaires, 100 billionaires, it ain't going to make no difference. Eventually, they're all going to be into it. It's just a game of when would they admit that it's a really smart idea to get into it. Bitcoin whales have accumulated 30,000 Bitcoin between 31 and 40K. To be honest, guys, we all know there's a lot of people waiting for Bitcoin to go lower. There's a ton of these billionaires, big guys, whales, whatever you want to call them, that are just waiting or rooting for Bitcoin to go back lower because they know it is the future. I've told you before, if Tesla and Michael Saylor, still hold their crypto, I'm still holding my crypto. Those guys have such inside connections. They still got it. I still got it. That's exactly how I'm going to go. Some of the biggest people, some of the richest people, I should say, in this world are invested in it. And you think they're going to just throw money away? Obviously not. They know crypto is very volatile. But they didn't just throw some money in there to waste it or to really risk it. No billionaire does that. If they think it's too high of a risk, they don't put 1 or 3%, for example, of their money into it. They put maybe 0.05%. Maybe some really small percentage. Maybe a couple $100,000, maybe a couple million. But not a huge amount of money like these guys are doing. It's something you should understand, though. Something you should really understand there. Some of these guys have put so much money into it, they're not going to let it die out. They know crypto is not going anywhere in terms of the downside. It's only going up in terms of adoption from here on forward. Elon Musk knows it too. Even though he's been bearish on Bitcoin and stuff like that, doesn't really matter too much. He has crypto's best idea in mind. Centi-billionaire Elon Musk has taken interest in the idea of creating a hot tub powered by Dogecoin mining. This guy is trolling like crazy, though. I personally think following him is a really bad idea in terms of trading. Then again, if you had the bot and bought every time you mentioned Dogecoin, you would have been multimillionaire by now. So, I mean, it depends on how you see it and how you utilize it. I just think he's not the type of guy to really, be trusted in that sense. He is, however, a good troll and a good advocate for Doge, so I guess that is pretty funny. All right, guys, but that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you got some more insights into my mindset about crypto. It is pretty simple. I hold my hold stash and I trade with my straight stash. It's the simplest thing in the world. I don't sell crypto. I only buy. At one point or another, I will sell, but it's not the crypto. I mean, it's just, let me actually reiterate one thing, rephrase it. My hold stash is going to stay here for maybe a couple years, right? Maybe 10 years, maybe 50 years. Who knows how long it's going to stay. But I'm not planning to sell it this year, next year, anything like that. Whatever the crypto prices go to, I might decide to sell a little bit of the top, just shave it off a little bit. But I'm not really planning on selling too much of it. I just want to have it. If I get some income in crypto, or I buy some new crypto, or I add some to my trade stash, or I add some to a short-term stash, okay, I might sell some more, all right? I mean, that's my plan from the get-go. But there's just a certain amount of crypto that I don't want to sell. I just want to have it. And I don't care where crypto goes because of it, because I know I got to have those coins. I don't think about it in dollars. I don't take my portfolio. I just think about it in terms of coins, and I'll wait till we're at the moon to sell those off. In terms of what crypto I like, there's so many of them, guys. There's so freaking many of them. Just stick around with the channel. You know exactly what coins I hold, why I hold them, and what I think of them. There's so many juicy ones, and in the end, I think if you just with safer coins, which are the coins that are already at the top, you're almost always going to be good. Am I certain about that though? No. A lot of it is going to hinge on the Ripple v SEC lawsuit, which is something that you might have forgotten about. But yeah, let us see. That was it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you guys again in another crypto video soon.